Well, before we get into today's video, I want to talk about the GoPro that I've been using to film all of my videos for probably the last 2.5 years. About 6 months ago, if we zoom in, there's supposed to be a door which covers the battery slot as well as the charging port. It must have fallen off when I was hiking or doing something else, and I didn't notice until later the day. You can actually pop those doors back on, but since I didn't have it, that was the end of that. Ever since then, I've been having more and more problems with my GoPro until finally I was up at the Mount Hood National Forest filming. It just stopped charging. So if the video seems a little bit scattered, that's the reason why I'm just having difficulty with my GoPro. So a little bit about the GoPro that I've been using for the last 2.5 years. It was a GoPro 8. I probably shot about 6 terabytes worth of footage, which probably equates to about 200 hours of footage, and resulted about 80 or 90 videos. Before that, I actually had a GoPro 3, and so I stick with the GoPro brand, and now I'm filming this on a GoPro 12 with a media mod. So all the problems that I've been having with wind noise shouldn't be an issue going forward. So with that, let's get into today's video of the Mount Hood National Forest. This is the Mount Hood National Forest, and I'm all the way at the end of the Salmon River Road, which starts out at the town of Mount Hood Meadows. And this specifically is the Salmon Butte Trail. So at least at the beginning of this trail, used to be a service road that they no longer maintain, but they continue to maintain it as a hiking trail. So I hiked down this for a little bit and then started working my way down Salmon River Road toward Mount Hood Meadows. As we get further down the trail, the remnants of this old service road become less and less, and all the culverts for these creeks were removed a long time ago. After hiking for a while, the trail veered off that main service road, and this may have been an old logging road at one point. You can see there's a clearing. They may have kept equipment at this location. I made it to the boundary of the Salmon Huckleberry Wilderness area on the Salmon Butte Trail, and this ended up being the turnaround spot. This is a Salmon River Road, and I'm headed back towards the town of Mount Hood Meadows. The interesting thing about this road is that on both sides of the road, within probably 250 feet, you're at the entrance to the Salmon Huckleberry Wilderness area. Essentially, they carved out a little path in the wilderness area so that motorized equipment can get back into this area. Of course, because of that, camping, whether vehicle or tent camping, is super restricted. You can't camp within a quarter mile of this road. There is one established campground along this road. Unfortunately, this time of year, it is closed. So the next hike that I went on was the Salmon River Trail, and the sign all the way in the back is the boundary to the Salmon Huckleberry Wilderness area. So you can see how close the boundary to the wilderness area is to the road. So I got to this bridge, I crossed it, looked at the creek for a little bit, and then this ended up being the turnaround spot. So on the way out, I noticed this side trail which led down to a camping area. I doubt that this is an official backcountry campground. I'm back at the trailhead here, and I did kind of wander around a little bit at the trailhead. As you can see off to the left, there's a bridge which crosses the Salmon River. So I just checked out this area for a little bit. This is the Salmon River. So I'm out on Highway 20 now, and I'm started driving east towards Government Camp, and as I was driving along the highway, I saw a sign for this bridle trail. So I figured I'd pull over, wander on it for a little bit, and then continue on along Highway 20. I'm moving on now, and I've gone a little further up Highway 20 and then all the way down Road 39. This is the trail to the little zigzag falls. This is the little zigzag falls. This is above the waterfall. I'm moving on again, and I'm almost back to the junction of Road 39 and Highway 20. This is the Paradise Park Trail, and I really had no plan on how far I was going to hike on this trail. About 2/10, maybe 3/10 of a mile in from the trailhead, the trail dead ends into this service road. And I made an educated guess based on my experience that I needed to follow this service road across the Zigzag River to continue on to the Paradise Peak Trail. Sure enough, as soon as I got across the bridge, I found the trail again. Well, I'm almost back to the trailhead, and I did hike maybe another 5-10 minutes past the bridge. This ended up being the last spot that I filmed at the Mount Hood National Forest, so I want to thank you for watching.